Yeah, so welcome back, and this is the talk segment, and our topic for today is social media addiction and a growing concern, which is obviously a very, very big concern in the Nigerian space. This is because people, I would say, people are addicted to what they see online, and people are misinformed about things that most of the socials that we did earlier about what these influencers and how we tend to see them, and it just brings us to that place where people want to do things that they are not capable of, or just see people in the light where they are just ordinary human being, and social media is actually a very, very big concern in our space today.
Yeah, social media growing concern, very, very important. Like I said, I was going to address what you talked about, Elizabeth, because I noticed that I've been consuming much of social media this year, and it could have a toll on you in the sense that you're mentally exhausted because you see different stories online that actually really wonder how people exhaust so many kind of stories, so many stories on social media, and especially those broadcast messages on WhatsApp that they tell you different things. Don't eat this, don't do this, do this, and then people, you can't. To be honest, no matter how mentally strong you are, you can't feel okay because they're telling you not to do this, they're telling you to do this, they're messing up with your. It's just like someone practically putting their hands in your brain and messing up with your brain. So
the third one is, it's actually a very good one. The AI, because we see so many things online, and people can't even differentiate from what is real and what is, because
I was going to come to that.
AI is actually very.
You then consume lots of social media. You consume fake news. You consume the news that might be true, fake news, lots of AI-generated visuals and stories.
That seems so real.
So real, and people can't differentiate between AI and original stories and video. And now when I saw this, I was like, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's a growing concern. And that's where I'm saying, and I support the federal government. When the federal government said they wanted to regulate social media, we know that sometimes regulating social media could come off as doing too much. Because then you could restrict freedom of expression.
But to some extent,
but I don't mind if there's an agency is created that can monitor, checkmate social media content. Like many of these influencers, many of these bloggers have fake news. They release fake news, and then you're scared.
It's that bad that you'd see someone that on a good day you're thinking, on a normal day, your common sense should tell you this thing is fake. But they've gotten so addicted, they've gotten so eaten up in this social media space, and they can't even differentiate what is real from fake. And you just wonder how these are young children, young generations, and they believe things they see online compared to having a logical reasoning on things that are supposed to be real.
So the thing is, in this part of the world, Nigeria, I don't know what to call it. These days you need to struggle to find the words you want to use, so they won't hold you down and say you're doing Yes, but then I don't know if I should call it a poverty mentality or whatever it is. Now, Elon Musk, the owner of X, formerly Twitter,
one of the richest men in the world.
He pays those with blue tick. One of the richest men. He pays those with blue ticks, and blue ticks is when you've been verified on social media, and then it shows that this is you. Whatever news or story you put out is verified and it's from you. You're an authentic source and all that.
Views.
So the more you get views, the more you get likes, the more you get your engagement. Yes, the more engagement you have, then you get paid by Elon Musk. So many people tend to put so many fake things on social media.
Just for clicks and likes.
Yes, just for clicks and baits, for clicks, for engagement, for people to check, and they have more engagement, and they get paid at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, depends on the plan. So for me, as a person, what I do is when I see this kind of stories, and I said you have the blue tick, I don't bother to engage. No, I don't bother to engage.
Something happened recently. I don't know if you saw the girl and the tattoo guy saga, where she said she went to get a tattoo done, and the guy used his hand on a private part or whatever, and she had the guts to come online. That tweet actually got a lot of views, and I think close to about 3 million or 4 million views.
I think it was a lie, right?
Yeah, but obviously that view alone, close to 4-something million. That's like more than that's money coming in for.
And I think
for that whatever story. And at the end of the day, we found out that she was actually wrong. She had to come online. She had to apologize just because of that social media engagement, and it's actually very bad.
I think, yeah.
My question is this verification that you made mention. What do you think? How do you think it affects people's self-esteem? I think it gives them this morale, gives them this like.
So that is the same thing. That is why I said, for the lack of better words, because of the poverty, because of the poverty mentality in Nigeria. So when you have a blue tick on your social media, you've achieved. Now when you use an iPhone, you've achieved.
You've arrived.
You've arrived. So I think it's a form of poverty mentality. Now when a public figure follows you on social media, man, you are the main person.
Some people will kill.
You are the it boy or the it girl. Or when a social media, when a public figure comments, excuse me, drops a comment on your post, really, you see people, they screenshot it, and they crop it, and they post it, like this person did. Thank you. And if it, you know, damn, I see so many things.
Thanks for following back.
No, thanks. You know, if it's a female, thanks, mommy. That's what they write them. If it's a male, thanks, mommy. So what? And I'm like, why? So it's, and the truth is, it all boils down to the poverty mentality.
Let me give you this small story. It goes. There was this time on Instagram.
Because we're exposed. Hold on, we're exposed.
There was one time
Nigerians were exposed. We know what. But you see, you see this poverty mentality, and poverty is not even about money. Poverty mentality is all about how you think.
Mindset.
The fact that this person of this status is relating with you or relating to you, you feel that you've achieved.
At the point,
you feel that you are there.
It was a case of, oh, do you know how many followers I have? So a very quick one. On my Instagram one time, I started noticing that people were following me, and I'll follow back. I wondered, I said, my followers are reducing. What's happening? And I went to check, like maybe 6 of those people that followed me like in a week. I saw that all of them have unfollowed me, and I'm wondering, are you trying to build those that are following you? And the pettiness in me just came out, and I followed all of them. Because you see people with thousands of followers, you see people with millions of followers, and they post a picture and I've seen just 100 likes. I'm wondering how people that are following you, do they not like your pictures?
It's a growing concern, like you said, because people people tend to make a living from social media, and you won't blame them. For me, I will blame brands.
Okay.
I keep on saying it. Brands are to be blamed because they said that is the new place of advertising, our new place of marketing. Yes, I agree because many people live on social media. Visibility is on social media. But you see, when you give so-called influencers to do this promo for you, to do this influencing for you, and at the end of the day, these people are not even influencers. These people have borrowed followers.
Do you even know that
these people want to buy followers?
They are farming on
yes. And then you think, oh, they should give you the numbers, and they can't give you the numbers. It's a growing concern because many people live on social media. Many people tend to make money on social media. We just had someone's rate card just to do influencing on social media is 6 million.
I'm like, where did you get this time from, please?
No, if I'm going to do a post for you for 6 million, and I hear that you're doing a post 6 million, I would rather live on social media.
It's as bad as people
to make the numbers.
I saw a post recently on one of Davido's brother. I think he made a tweet, and someone from nowhere came up saying, but you have money now. Why are you not verified? And the next thing Davido's brother said, I am not going to make one of the richest man in the world more richer. And that's just like the mindset. Like just because he's Davido's brother, you feel like he has to be verified. I said, why?
So that's one thing.
Is it a must?
So there was one time I wanted to be verified on social media, and well, I would have, but I was having payments. They needed this card and that kind of. So I didn't do it anymore. And then I sat back and I felt like, why do I really want to be verified? And that's to be thinking of it, or to think of it. Why do you really want to be verified? Because now you get to pay monthly. And for you to build followers is not an easy thing these days, except you're very controversial, and except you carry fake news like the way they're carrying fake news. That is when
you pull crowd.
Yeah, that's where you can pull crowd. And because Nigerians, we survive on controversies. We survive on when we get news of people are downfall, or we get bad news on people, that's when you see the followings will increase. So people get verified because they want to make money on social media, and unfortunately many of them don't get to make this money because many of them don't even get the number of followers for you to even start making the money.
So this growing concern, I just feel it's basically on these Gen Zs. That's what I just said. This growing concern,
I would
we
say,
can still control it.
No, I would say Gen Zs are at the top of the ladder when it comes to
The growing
growing
concern.
concern. But unfortunately, I don't know what it is, but unfortunately, if you sit down and think about it, unfortunately, Gen Zs are influencing millennials.
Yes.
Yes. So basically,
Gen
that's
Zs
I
are
think.
influencing millennials.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, and you won't blame millennials like that. But no, you won't blame them like
No,
that.
you're
Because
left out
if you see Gen Zs
Yeah.
having this audacity to make so much on social media, and you're a millennial, you're like, why can't I also try
Makes,
to
yeah.
make as much as they're
As
making
this,
on
yeah.
social media?
This social media
So
thing,
at that point, you're like thinking that, okay, what are these Gen Zs doing that I'm not doing? So I need to learn from them to
would
make
have
the
been,
money.
It would have been good if things we see online have they have source, like
They're
they are
authentic.
spicy, yeah, authentic. But you just go online and you see some things and I'm wondering, do I even want my unborn child to actually get into this kind
You
of
can
space?
imagine them saying there's something happening at a bus stop where you are you're at that bus stop
Yeah.
presently, and you just see the message that something's and
I'm
then you
wondering
check,
how,
and
where?
you're looking left and
Like,
right.
where?
and so
There's
that
nothing happening
There's
there.
nothing happening on, the,
And you
at
see
this
people
bus
engage.
stop.
Engaging.
City, most millennials get
And you
it
see
on their
people engaging.
social media.
Yeah,
I
and
know
you see-
someone like that.
So I tell people, many Gen Zs, many young people,
Yeah.
not even Gen Zs, young, including millennials, they don't watch conventional and traditional media. They don't watch television. They hardly listen to radio.
They don't.
So you see the little clips left and right.
They'll spread it.
So they pick that clip here,
Jam
they
it
pick that-
together.
put it together, and it becomes all in
Cause
their
trouble.
brains. And when I see them having this back and forth arguments about it, I just sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, why? I just drop a message. I'm like, the problem is you do not watch traditional media. You don't know what happens normal day-to-day life of the president, of the governor, but because of what someone carried and put
Posted
on social
online, yeah.
media, you're saying your president is not
And-
doing
wait,
anything.
and not just-
you're saying your
and
president
not
is
just,
doing
Sorry,
this.
not
but
just
to
a
be
random
honest,
person,
to be
because the person
honest,
is verified.
To be honest, aside from even verified,
Yeah.
to be honest, social media is the fastest and the first place news get to before TV.
Yes,
yes,
of-
very
yes.
true.
So if
But
they
we
get-
need more authentic stories on these platforms. Even
So
before
I
it gets
don't
to
blame
TV.
some people if they get.
And that's why I said every serious-minded media house should actually be very, very, very active on social
On social
media
media,
in order
because
to
that's
change
the
the
first-
narrative.
exactly.
You need to change because these fake guys are taking over.
Yeah.
So for you to change the narrative, if you're trusted traditionally, for you to change the narrative, you must be very serious. Your presence on social media
Social
must
media,
be top-notch
very,
because
very key.
that's where the life is these days.
So do you think this social media addiction is a growing concern?
Yeah, it's a growing concern.
is, oh,
It is a
100%.
growing concern.
Positively or negatively?
negative.
Negatively, it's a growing concern. Now, if I'm in a place of authority, if I'm to advise the government, I would say, well, we might not be able to regulate social media. But the thing is, we should have an agency that would checkmate things that happen on social media. Because even these days on social media, people lie. They say things that are original, they say it's AI. At least we saw a senator. We saw a senator busy on an aircraft. And now we're hearing that's AI. Well, we definitely know it's not AI. We saw a
It's so
politician
sad.
being MSCs. MSCs on social media, and you're coming out to tell us it's
AI.
AI. Hello, we know it's not AI. Hello,
Just like,
we know it's not
just
AI.
like you said, these millennials, they are hiding behind what
Gen Z.
what a Gen Z would have said. It's just sad for real.
Honestly.
Well, but then it's a growing concern,
Yeah.
and we hope it's being addressed. I might not be in total support for regulation, but I want an agency to be set up to checkmate
We just want
everything.
authentic stories
Yes,
on-
everything that happens
online,
on
yeah.
social media. It's time to go, guys.
I am
Yeah.
in support of this agency to
Yeah.
regulate. In as much as we're trying to like know what is going on
Yeah.
on social media, we should try to also regulate our brain. If the
Yeah.
agency is not out yet, let's regulate our brain and let's reduce the addiction. It's really affecting our day-to-day activities.
And I would also say we have minds of our own. We shouldn't obviously just follow wherever this blue ticks accounts obviously put out there, and at least we should have our own common reasoning and differentiate from what is real and from what is fake. So we doing that, obviously we have a better social media and space and
Thank
what
you.
we consume.
No, very true. But then, just my last words.
Yeah.
Daddy, mommy, big mommy, uncle, aunties, don't believe everything they send to you on WhatsApp.
This
And
is
please,
forward.
try as much as possible not to forward it to the children. Because, when you see those busy, be like, and you believe this? And you're really my mommy or my
The sad part
daddy?
is, check
And you
mo-
believe
The
this?
sad part is, check most of their feeds. It's filled with AI videos.
That's so much we can take on Breakfast in Bed. Many thanks for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend. My name is Bababumi Agbebi.
And I am Adedayo Kehinde.
And I'm Elizabeth Shulari Okoke. See you next week.
Bye-bye.